Good morning, babies. Good morning, my loves. It's hump day. I am showing you the nails. And I am pointing out the obvious. My mom was like, what are we, back in high school? With a giant pimple. And then that's a bruise from attempting to relieve this beastie thing on my face. It will heal. I will heal. In the meantime, could it be a beauty mark? Anyway, let's move on from my blemishes, shall we? So today I wanted to come in and share with you a couple of experiences that I've had as of late. And they're relevant because I'm like, okay, I share space with these two human beings, whether I like it or not. And if these two human beings exist, there are more like them. And if there are more like them, that's something to notice. And like, not that there's anything horrible wrong with them, but let me get to my experiences, shall we? So one of them was yesterday. I met a human being in a networking community, an online networking community. I went to it once, and this human being reached out and said, I must get to know you. And we had set up a meeting already a week ago, and his time, his place, and it was a complete no-show. Like, not even, like, as I was attempting to reach out and confirm, no response. And I did go to the venue at the time. No show. And, okay. So we finally reconnected, at which point he denied that we made it on this day and that we made it on the next day. And I was like, it's in writing. Here you go. And he was like, oops, sorry about that. Can we reschedule? And we did. For yesterday. And again, same place, same time. And this time he was there. And so I arrive. I got myself a coffee and I sat down. And off we went in our conversation. Except it wasn't a conversation. It was a rant. And it was a 27-minute rant. Yep, that's how long that was. And it was the first 27 minutes of my second engagement with this human being, period. At 27 minutes, I was like, what is happening here? I have not even gotten to say, hi, how are you? I haven't even gotten to share, hi, how am I? No questions, no engagement, no conversation. Just a pure 27-minute rant. So I was done with that. And I interrupted. And I was like, forgive me. Why did you invite me here? And he was like, because I thought you were super cool and I wanted to get to know you. And I'm like, well, this isn't getting to know me. And he continued on with his rant. And then I was like, yeah, no. And I interrupted again. And I was like, hey, listen. You've been on this for 27 minutes and you haven't even asked me how my day was. And he's like, I'm almost done my story. And I'm like, stop. I don't want to hear it anymore. I've been listening to you for 27 minutes straight. And he's like, I'm almost done. And I was like, oh no. And I got up and I walked away and I'm thinking to myself, where must he be that he is totally tuned out? Like next level tuned out. What's going on in here that he doesn't even acknowledge that he is in an engagement with another human being? That brings me a mountain of curiosity. Yeah, okay, next one. So I share space with a human being, doesn't matter how, and we elevated this experience by carpooling to our experience. So that's some next level FaceTime with someone who I had only met once or twice before. And now we have a 40-minute journey together. And I don't know how it happened, but we did delve into a subject that hot and heavy. It is a hot and heavy subject, politics. And And that experience, okay, so I understand that most people have a hard time having this conversation because it hurts and it's triggering and it's painful and it's all the things. Let's not talk about politics. And well, I'm not enrolled in that. This is some body that we choose to govern us. And I don't want to talk about it. Oh, no. I want to talk about it all day. And so here I am. And this person is relatively new to the country. Less than 10 years. This person is an entrepreneur. This person has an education. This person comes here with things. And in our discussion, in that particular segment of politicking, he conveyed or relayed and shared and communicated that where he comes from is worse than where we are collectively as a nation today. And as such, he doesn't acknowledge breakdowns in the way that some of us do, maybe most of us, right? Something to notice. Oh my gosh. And if he's a part of a demographic, he's not alone. So we have a Canadian contingent that doesn't experience the chaos and caca that is our space right now. He doesn't acknowledge it as being something to alter, change, correct, energize, affect, impact, acknowledge. Whoa! Well, that's something, wouldn't you say? So between the guy yesterday and that guy, I have come to the revelation that alignment in this country, rehabilitation in this country, reinvigoration in this country, it could be a little trickier than I had considered before. Thank you, universe, for showing me how much trickier it's getting. Thanks. Oh. Then I hear my angels say, "You love the challenge." Oh. Yeah, you're funny. And so, and then I went away this weekend. I went to Ottawa for some fun experiences. I had never been to our Capitol Hill. I had not ever seen our Parliament buildings. And it was also the Tulip Festival. And I had no idea how charming, delightful, integrated, upbeat, healthy-ish, energetically speaking, is this city, our nation's capital. It was such an experience. My goodness, I have been experiencing a lot of experiences lately, and in this new version of myself, it's fun. It's interesting. It's interesting to experience my response to these experiences. Yep, like yesterday, I was laughing as I was getting up and walking away. What is happening here with this human? Hello, McFly. Anybody home? Oh my gosh. Yeah. What's your experience out in the wilderness? I'd be curious to learn. Are you tuned in where you are actually experiencing what's happening around you? Or are you an autopilot where you don't notice anything? Something to notice. Right? It's time to just choose curiosity for a minute, would ya? And instead of being on your militant, routine-based life, just pause that for just a second. Boop, pause. And tune into the day. And tune into who's around you. As you walk down the street, who's walking around you? Who's driving around you? Do you look inside the cars? When you go to Tim Hortons, do you look at the people in the line? Do you look at the people in the rear view who are behind you or in the side view? Are you looking? Are you taking it in? Are you experiencing? Are you noticing? Something to notice.